My channel. My name is Doraemon. Today, I am very happy to cover a very important topic in Forex: how to pick the right broker for you. Before I start, I want to invite everyone to join my Telegram community. In here, I will be sharing my journey to become an 8-figure millionaire Forex trader. Okay, so a lot of people commonly ask me, so what's your what is the best broker? In your opinion, right? There is no standard answer to this question because it depends on many factors. There is no such a best broker for everyone, because depending on the strategy that you are using, depending your personal preference, like what you care about the most. So different brokers has their own advantage and disadvantage. So I will be sharing a few ones that I use the most and give you an idea on what's the good and bad on those, and also I will teach you the way to analyze which broker is best for you. Okay, so without further introduction, I will jump right into it. So first one, IC market. So this one is pretty much, I think everyone, if you are in Forex, you should know this platform. Is a very big one. It's based in Australia. It's regulated under ASIC, and this one, I think it's the #1 in trading volume, globally. Okay, this one have many good advantage. It's very trustworthy platform. It has low spread, fast execution, high leverage, and their customer support is top notch. Okay, I've been using it for many years. I think this one is by far is one of the best. Okay, but even that, this one has some disadvantage in my opinion. Okay, so first, they have very slow withdrawal. They're very slow withdrawal. Okay, because I think it's because they need to process a lot every daily. So normally, a lot of platform, they can process within the day, or maybe the latest is next day. But with IC broker, my experience with them is always 2 to 3 days, and if the amount is larger, let's say larger than 50,000, it can take 3 to 5 business days. So it can be very lengthy. Okay, you need to be very patient with them. That's one drawback. The other one is they always have slippage. For those of you who don't know what is slippage, I will give you an example. For example, you place a trade at 100. That's when you place the trade. When you see the chart, you place 100, and then you're actually, when the order gets executed, it becomes $101. So that will eat your profit, okay, or it will increase your risk. So that $1 is your slippage. So I always find that it's very common with my IC account. Always has slippage. It's common thing. Many broker have slippage, but I find it quite common with IC market. So those are the two things that I don't like. But when I weigh the pros and cons, so I still think it's a pretty good platform. So I do have a big portion of my money invest with IC market. Okay, so that's about IC market. The other one is called TMGM. So TMGM is also an Australian broker, and this one is very big as well. And what I like about TMGM is they process the withdrawal very fast. Okay, you always get it within the next day, and also they really have slippage. So pretty much they are on contrary of IC market. So the disadvantage of IC market, TMGM solve everything. Okay, but this one is not as reputable as IC market, but it has very good global presence as well. It's a very safe broker. I have been using it for almost 1 year. My experience with them so far is great. They pretty much meet all my requirements. So TMGM is a very good one. Also AXI is similar to TMGM, but these two, one thing they are not as good as IC market is their spread is higher. Okay, the spread is higher. That means the cost of trading is higher, but they don't have slippage. So which at the end, I think it works out, it weighs out. Okay, it's actually, I prefer the one with higher spread than often slippage, because once you have slippage, your spread gets significantly higher. And also one thing that I like about TMGM and AXI is they always runs a lot of campaign activities. Like for example, if you deposit certain amount of money and then you meet their trading requirement, they always give you some gifts, or they give you some cash bonus. So because they always run a lot of campaign, and their customer support is very helpful as well. It's very easy to get in touch with their customer manager. They can fix your problem within like a very short period of time. And then these three are all Australian brokers, and I think personally I like TMGM and AXI the most, probably AXI the most, because my experience with them has been fantastic. Okay, and those are the three top Australian broker that I'm using. And the fourth one is called Rich Smart. This one is a relatively new one. It's also, I think it's a New Zealand broker, but they are regulated under ASIC. So it's regulated under Australia. And this one is, I think this one is the only one that I found. I can use the arbitrage strategy because they have low overnight fee. If you are new, you probably sometimes you don't know what is overnight fee. It's like when you carry a product, like if you keep a trade over 20, like overnight, there is a fee, and this fee is pretty high. So, but like this one, for the strategy that I'm using, it's great because they have low overnight fee. So it makes the arbitrage profitable. If I use the same arbitrage like on other platform, it doesn't yield the interest that high. So this one, like the strategy that I'm using, probably yields around 15% to 20% monthly, but like with other broker, it may be only 2 to 3%, or sometimes you will lose money as well. So it's very good for the strategy that I'm using. So for Rich Smart. And also the JX Trade is a local Hong Kong is a local Hong Kong broker. It's very reputable in Hong Kong area, and it's very good for running EAs. So I have been running a lot of EAs on the JX Trade as well. So each broker have their own advantage and disadvantage, so it's hard to determine which one is the best. But the most important thing is your deposit is safe. Like safety is the most number one thing. So that's why I always look up all the brokers, like on a website called Myfxbook. This one is probably the best global broker rating website. It's a third party. So let's say, for example, I'm searching. Let's say I search IC Markets. It will show you like pretty much all the information that you need to know about this broker, and they will give you a score that they think what they are at in terms of the score. The higher the score, the more the better that they think the broker is. Okay, so this one is very high score, 9.22. Anything about 7, that's my minimum. Like if it's below 7, I probably won't look at it. I need to make sure it's above 7. That's my number one criteria. And we look at their license. That's very important. So we need to look at under which regulation they are under. Okay, this one is regulated under ASIC, and then also they are regulated under the Cyprus marketing as well. So this one is a good to go for me. And also let's say TMGM. Okay, so it's 9.11, very high score. Those are the top-notch brokers. Okay, and also AXI. Okay, so it's a 9 score 9 as well. So it's another very big one, and this one has many regulation like under ASIC, under FCA, under FMA, under DFSA. So this one have like a lot of license. Let's look at TMGM. So TMGM also have 2, under ASIC and under there's the offshore regulation as well. So okay, and then last one, and then the other one is called Rich Smart. So this one I think I checked before is score at 8. It's a little bit lower because the year of history is not as long as the others. This one is only 2 to 5 years. The other ones, for example, like TMGM and AXI, like those one have they have been running for many years. Like for example, AXI is like, I think it's 15 to 20 years, and this one is 10 to 15 years, and then the IC market is 15 to 20 years as well. So the longer the broker exists, the safer it will be. So it has a big weight. It has big weight under the score. And the last one we check is called Jinshang JX. JX it has its own Chinese name. It's called Jinshang Guoji. Let's see. I think this one is at 7 something. It's a relatively new one. It's 7.41. It's only 1 to 2 years, but this one is pretty big in Hong Kong. So my basic criteria is it has to score above 7. That's my number one criteria. So that's how you analyze the brokers. First, you need to look at the most important thing. You look at their license. Without a license, never get into a broker without a license. And also look at their year of history. The longer the years, the better. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean like lower years you cannot do, but like if you have an option, or you should always go with like longer years. Okay, so that's pretty much all I want to share about the brokers. Like those 5 are my personal favorite. It range from Australian broker to Hong Kong local broker. It range from like many years, like old broker to like relatively new brokers. So it really depends on, like I said, there's no such a best broker. Okay, so it depends on the strategy that you are using, and also depending on like which you value, which functionality, or which value that which thing that you value most. Okay, so if you have any question, don't hesitate to hit me up on the Telegram. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your support. See you in next video.